Mr. Solomon and Dr. Gideon. Solomon, why aren't you a doctor? It's an honor to be here. I mean, inviting you a third time means wow. Thank you very much for that honor. He didn't tell you that he was the one that pushed me to start coming out. Thank you so much. They are my mentors, believe it when I say that. It's an honor to be here again, and I thank all of you for taking out your time to come out. I also want to acknowledge my husband. If my husband asked me to make a pot of ogbono soup, I will not be here. I'll be in New Market trying to buy vegetables cheap. So please, my husband's name is Sam Aki. Acknowledge him. He gave me permission to be here. Okay, so I have very little time. I've made to understand. I'm a freestyler, so I talk a lot, and I might shoot, offshoot the time. So let me just go into it. They asked me to talk about my career story. Oh wow. One would think I have a very interesting story, but not really. So let me go into it. A lot of us here are going to pursue career in one way or the other. Some people are business people, some people are career people like me. If you tell me to sell things, I'll probably beat my clients. I don't have time, and you can't owe me. I don't have patience for business, I'm sorry. So I'm more into administration and career. I'm sure some of us are like that. So where did my career start? I will go back. After my SS3, that's where my career started. Honestly, your career starts in your father's house. What you learn from your parents, those are the things that actually form you and make you who you will become. When your mother is cooking in the kitchen and you're pressing your phone, that is the career path that you are missing. When your father is doing his work and you decide not to go and know what it's all about, it's the career path that you are missing. After my SS3, well, I took JAM twice. For some of you to know, I'm not that perfect person who got 310 at my first attempt. I got admission into ASUT and Nnamdi Azikiwe University, but I wanted to go to UNM, so I decided to take JAM again. For that 1 year, I worked at a hotel, and I worked at the accounts department of that hotel. That was my first career path. I learned about internal control. I thought a hotel was all about rooms and bars. I didn't know a hotel had to do with housekeeping, inventory, storekeeping, managing the cars. I learned so much working there, and I was about 16, 17. And working there, I would stay on my own and be doing belengwa, small girl. The manager told me, you're part of this workforce. Go for lunch in the canteen, go and meet the people. And I now became very bold. I'm working with these people. And I got to understand that people were different, from different backgrounds. I got to understand that. People come to hotel, even at my age of 17, you see people telling me, come to my room. I learned to understand there are wicked people in this world. Small girl like me, come to your room. That is learning from career. I was paid about 5,000 a month. I worked there for like 3 months. And another opportunity came. A brewery in Anambra was coming to Enugu to do a show. And they said, we'll be here for a week. And after that week, we'll give you 20,000. I left the hotel and I worked for 1 week for that brewery. Unfortunately, my son would say, what has Obiagu people done to people in Enugu? Sorry, I hope there's no one from Obiagu here. But whenever they want to talk in our school and say, you think it's a bush school, they tell you, do you think it's a school in Obiagu? So working in that bar, I was serving beer, stout, to stouts. You can imagine the exposure. My friend I went with said, I can't take this rubbish. My eye was on the 20K. And this was the 19th Orogu. I took the rubbish, but I noticed that there were some girls that they would pull, sit on my lap, they would hit on the bum. But they never did that to me. Why? Because I knew who I was. Working in that hotel taught me self-confidence. If you're going to pursue anything in life, know who you are, set your standard, and have self-confidence. What else did I learn from the hotel and the bar? In a workforce, there are different types of people, different mindsets, different backgrounds, different understandings. I learned to manage people and get along with people, working in that hotel and working at that bar. Fast forward, I got admission into UN and I studied accountancy. Accountancy was my father's choice, by the way, not my choice, because my son is here, he's going to catch me now. Because I keep telling them, be focused. I was focused, but I didn't know what I wanted to study, sadly. Some of us have been in that position. So I like to be real. So it was his choice. I did accountancy. And in my third year, we had this project we were supposed to do on internal control. And the lecturer said, go to an establishment and write exactly, how the internal control in that company works. And guess what? When I was working after my SS3, I was in accounting. I learned how the internal control of that company worked. People were scouting, going to MPL, looking for approval. I sat in my room, used that hotel as a case study. I wrote that term paper and I got an A in that course. No knowledge is lost, ever. Whether it is cooking or in your mother's kitchen, washing your father's car, ironing clothes for your grandmother, no knowledge is lost. You need to keep that in mind. And finally, after graduating, I did accountancy, right? So I went to work in an accounting firm. I was feeling very cool. Yeah, I got a job in an accounting firm. That was the most boring 1 year of my life. You can transit. If what you studied in school is not working out, permit yourself to change your mind. Sitting in an office and punching calculator, day in, day out, day in, day out, I almost lost my mind. My best time at work was my break time when I go out to see human beings. I realized accounting was not for me, honestly. And then I got a job offer at a bank and I was like, yes! But something happens to many women. When they fall in love, they get married. And when you get married, sometimes you get pregnant without planning it. And then I was pregnant. I couldn't take the job. That happened. Women, you need to understand that your family is not an obstruction to your dream. It is a complement to that dream. There is training in parenting. Oh my, there's a lot of training in marriage. So I studied accountancy, but I didn't want to be an accountant working there. You are unique. Even if you are a twin. Oh, we see Solomon and Gideon, doctor, not doctor, leadership. What's your own pet project? They are twins, right? But they're different. Even if Chioma, your best friend in university, is working in an accounting firm, it might not be for you. Embrace your uniqueness. When God created you, He made you a special person for yourself. You might look like your mother, but you are not your mother. You might be similar to your father, but you are not your father. You are your own person. Embrace your uniqueness. Be that person that you want to be. So from the accounting firm, I had to leave. And I went to get a job in a travel agency. Well, to be an accountant, it was bureau de change and a travel agency. I was doing the accounting there. It was better. I was seeing human beings. I was giving travel advice, and I liked that. It made me read a lot. I can tell you about America. I've not even set my foot there. I can even speak French for you. I've not gone to France. That is what exposure can do. So I loved the job. The pay was little. I think I started on 15,000 naira. It was a small company. Money is not everything every time. Understand that. When you are single, maximize your singlehood. When school is on strike, when you're on holiday, what do you do with the spare time? Are you pressing your phone and watching Netflix? You see the things I have talked about, the knowledge I got from my holiday, just 1 year of taking jump again. Maximize your singlehood, maximize your spare time. And when you're making decisions, you have to consider your family. Consider your parents. If they're elderly and need your care, don't be selfish. If you're married, consider your husband. So I stayed at that job for 7 good years, and I had 3 children on that job. I could go to work with my children. So that was convenient. I didn't need a house help. You see the thing? But the money was low, but it's taking care of other things. And I'm also getting experience. So money is not everything all the time. Your husband is the head of the home. The day you challenge his authority, that your career will start having challenges. Once your family has challenges, your career will have challenges. Even at work, they will know. When we want to make fun of people, we say, I think they are having marital issues. Once anybody starts behaving somehow, you don't want to be that person. So after the 7 years at the travel agency, my family was growing. Needed more money, right? My children are no more in nursery, primary. My son was going to JS1. I needed more money. And of course, I had to move on with my career. The first thing first, there is a man that created heaven and earth. Right? No, he's not a man. He's a God. He is not your mate. I read the Bible a lot. It's one of my most favorite books. And a lot of solutions are bound in the Bible. I'm a Christian by lifestyle, not by religion. It's my life. So when I was going to leave my job, I had to pray and ask the Lord, show me what I should do. Where should I go? What should I do? I went for a convention in church and it just occurred to me, you really need to leave this job. You need to create a career. And I prayed. After praying, of course, I researched. My husband is not planning to move to Lagos. He's not planning to move to America. He's not. My husband is an Enugu man. Enugu Akogebi. Sorry. So I hope we understand. If you're not Igbo, I'm so sorry about that. My husband is an Enugu person. He's not planning to leave. So any job I'm getting has to hover around Enugu. And who are the people that employ most in Enugu? And I need employment fast. Banks. And when I said, oh, I'm going to work in a bank. Oh, people told me, what? You're going to work in a bank? Number one, you didn't get a 2-1. They will not employ you. You're over 30. You're not going to get that job. You're above employment age. They sack people every 6 months or 1 year. There's no job security. So I don't know. I have a picture of a car in a parking lot. Can we share that, please? The one that says, what do you see? So I don't know. If we have any, if you know this, don't answer. If we have any math geniuses, can you tell me the number that the car is blocking? Can anybody try? Tell me the number the car is blocking. What number in the parking lot? Don't you have engineers here? Mathematicians? 58. Can you show us the next slide? Now, can you tell us the number that it's blocking? 87. Perspective. How do you see things? So they told me the bank does not employ. They told me that it's employing, but they fire people every 3 months. You didn't get a 2-1. You didn't. You don't have any experience. All those things. I'm above the age, but yet I took another perspective. If they sack people every 6 months, what does that mean? They employed people. Thank you. I said, so why not? I'll give it a shot. So I decided it was a bank. If you're in career pursuits, you have to be decisive. I was happy when he said that. If you do not know what you want, you do not know where you're going. I have had people tell me, I need a job. What kind of job? Any job. I got a girl a job as a house help. And she told me, not that kind of job. And I said, well, you didn't tell me which job. It is a job, right? Is it not a job? Are you quite very quiet too? It's a job. But she didn't say what. The other person, I got him a job as a driver. You said job, right? You didn't tell me what kind of job. So I said I wanted bank. And then I took the step. And then, when you know what you want, take a step towards it and then ask people. You need to use your relationships. It is important to keep your relationships. Never close a relationship. Never blow up a relationship. Keep a relationship. Manage it. Even if it's every year, just be managing it. You never know when it's going to work for you. I like to identify, classify relationships. They are multiplication relationships. 2 times 2 is what? 2 times 2 is 4, times another 2, and another 2. 16. They are relationships that multiply you, meaning that they move you very fast. And there are some that add you. They add to you. 2 plus 2 is plus another 2. Plus another 2. You see the multiplication is faster. So the multiplication ones are the ones you should hold on to like your life depends on it. They will move you fast. Addition, hold on to those ones. Then there are some that subtract you. So 16 minus 2 is what? 14 minus another 2 is? Minus another 2. So that subtracts, takes from you. And then there's the one that divides you. 16 divided by 2 is what? Divided by another 2. Stay away from those relationships. And a lot of young people have those relationships. Those friends that make you feel good, feel cool, but do not challenge you intellectually. Stay away from them. For example, boyfriend, girlfriend, stay away. Who boyfriend help? Is it because now boyfriends are making out money, which is a notion that we should never, ever allow to take over? I started touching money after my SS3. I was managing my own money. I was independent. Am I waiting for a man to complete me? Answer me now. A man will only compliment you. A woman will only compliment you. Your wife or your husband, they cannot complete you. They just add to you. But they do not make you who you are. You understand? So use your relationships. So I asked a friend of mine who works in a bank. I think it was Diamond Bank. And I said, oh, I can't work in Diamond Bank. I have an account there. They see me as a big girl. If I start looking for work there, they will sort me through. So I went to banks where I didn't know people. I went to Access and all that. Funny enough, somebody heard I was looking for a job and took my CV to an entirely different bank. See what relationships can do for you. I didn't go and look for adverts in the newspaper. I didn't go and look for what they are saying on LinkedIn or your connections, your relationships can actually get you anything that you need. And I was told that the way the guy was defending me, and I can do this, he knows me, and we were really wondering, who is this person? Little me. I was working 15,000 naira work. So my CV came in, and when they called me for the first interview, I was on my way to the market and they said, oh, go and meet with these people. People said, change your age. You're too old. They will not take you. I said, no. I'm not changing my age. The first interview I took were 3 people, 2 that I knew and 1 who knew me but I didn't know him. The first person was someone who lived behind my church. So he knew me as a good church girl. The second person was my classmate's husband. So the man knew my age. And the third person was someone who was marketing that travel agency where I was working. And he said, I didn't even remember him, he said I was always nice to him. Can you see what your relationships can do for you? And that is how these people approved me. And I went to HR. And the HR lady, the first thing she said, looked at me, what do you want to do? I sold myself now. I'm very good with customer service. I know how to manage people. I know how to handle difficult situations. Ask me difficult situations I had seen. I hadn't seen any. The last word she said to me, you are too old for my entry level and inexperienced for my next level. I don't know what to do for you. And she told me you can go. I was shocked. But you know one thing about this career thing? You don't lose anything by trying, by doing it. If I'm moving, if I want to move from here to here, if I stand here and admire that beautiful Ethiopian Airlines, thing, does it make any sense? I want to go and touch it, and I'm here admiring it. It looks good. I want to touch it, and I've been talking for 1 hour. Is that progress? The first step is going to your destination. You need to move. Even if you move slowly, at least let it be that you are moving. So after all that, I said, I have nothing to lose. I still have my 15K job, right? So what am I going to do? If they call me fine, they don't call me fine, but that was it. And before I could say Jack Robinson, in the next few weeks, they called me and said, you need to meet our MD. He will interview you. MD. When I went for that interview, thank God I bought one suit. I didn't have suit. I just bought one oversized suit. When I got there, I saw people, bankers. What I mean bankers? See bankers talking about their experiences. And I was just doing my eye like I couldn't see anything because I had zero banking experience. And you see, I said, I pray, oh, I said, Holy Spirit, this man should not ask me anything because I don't know anything. Please help me. And when I got into his office, he was busy doing something and he came to me and he looked at me and said, you want to be in Enugu? I had made that clear. Remember I said, you consider your family. I said, yes, I want to be in Enugu. He said, why? I said, because my family is there. I said, good. He said, they want you for marketing. I said, in my mind, I said, marketing. I can't do marketing. No customer service can go around there. And he said, welcome to my family. I looked at him and I got up and I told him, wow, thank you so much, sir. But for me, it's an honor to meet you personally. Can I shake your hand? He was so shocked. He said, please shake my hand many times. I made an impression. Do you see that? So nobody else made that impression. They were all about what they know, what they have. So I want you to remember to be audacious, be bold, develop self-confidence. If you don't have it, go and buy it in the market. You need it. Embrace your uniqueness. Who you are is only you that is that person. And have values. What do you stand for? What do you want to be remembered for? Who are you? For me, one of my values is problem solving. You cannot come to me with a problem and I'll tell you there's no solution. Even if I don't solve it, I can introduce you to someone. I will at least try. Another thing I love is value addition. You can't meet me and be the same. No. It's not possible. At the place where I work, I mean, a lot of girls come with skimpy clothes and whatever, and you want me to ignore you? No. Because I've seen you, it's now my business. Some people say, Obasarom is her life. I have seen you. You are defiling my eye. So it's now my business. You are affecting my environment. And I'll tell you, you like wearing shobele? In fact, some days ago, the girl said, no, I don't like it. I said, you came here on Friday wearing black and black and you were showing your belly. She was like, yeah, I remembered. And I told her a few things. The next time she came, she was all covered up. And she told me, thank you, ma. Value addition. I will add value to you. That is one of my fortes. Competence. Competence is something that I am. Whatever I'm doing, whether it's bartending, whether it's supermarket salesperson, I have worked in a bar, I've worked in a hotel, I've worked in a restaurant, I've worked in customer service, answering phone, I've worked in a hospital. Informally, as in Obomanu work, small. Wherever it is I am, and I decide that I will be the best that I can ever be. Then kindness. I like to be kind. Naturally, I don't think I'm a kind person, honestly. I'm a bit strict and wrong. But kindness pays. Empathy is key when it comes to managing people. I try to be kind. And then honesty. Honesty builds trust. I try to be as honest as I can be. So people trust me. People have confidence in me. And I can't tell you the story of what honesty has done for me. I want you to remember, in your pursuits, the vision is not always clear. I didn't say I woke up and I said I wanted to be a banker. I studied banking and finance. I entered university. I got a bank job. No, my vision was not clear. I didn't even know what I wanted to do. But my Bible says the Lord orders the steps of the righteous. And if you're a Christian, you have the righteousness of God through Jesus Christ. He will order your steps. The vision is not always clear. The vision never ends. Have you ever seen a picture of a sea? You don't see the end of that sea. Or look up in the sky. You don't see the end of the sky. That is what a vision is. Continuous. When you put a flag here and say I've arrived, the mistake you will make is to stay with that flag and hug it. Keep that flag there and say, I have made my mark here. I am moving ahead to bigger things. A vision never ends. Your vision should never end. Make the best of every stage you are in life. Be the best you can be where you are. I don't care if you work in a car wash. I don't care if it's in a law firm. Wherever you are, be the best that you can be. Be competent. Develop competence. Learn to do the job and learn to do it well, no matter what that job is. Experience can develop competence, but it's not everybody with experience that is competent. When you have competence and experience put together, hey, you will be sought after. You might not know it, but you will be sought after. Are we still here? Am I boring us? Thank you. So this is my own story. This is the story of my own little career. Understand that you are not a victim. Like what Dr. Gideon said, no matter where you grew up, you are not a victim. I didn't get a 2-1. I took jam twice. In fact, in my family, when they want to make fun of me, my son is here. Hi. You know, my son thinks I'm a hero. Wow. In my family, they refer to me as the person who failed jam twice, who took jam twice and got the lowest twice. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that kind of yabby? In my family, I got the lowest jam 2 times. My first brother got 315. My second brother, I think he got 310 or 380 something. My sister got 290. My first jam, I got 180. Jordan, if you tell your brothers, I got 180 something in my first jam, but I still got admission. But that's not where I wanted to be. The second one, I now got 244. So yeah, I got 244 in the second one, and that's when I entered school. But I could have felt bad and decided, well, let me take whatever life has given me. Let me go to ESUT and study. It was estate management they gave me. I knew I didn't want to study that thing because I had no idea what it was at that age. I went to Nnamdi Azikiwe University for one day. And this was in 1990 something, when they hadn't moved to permanent site. The day I arrived, sun beat me that day. Sun beat me. I suffered. That same day I went back home and told my father, I'm writing jam again. At least I knew I wanted to go to UNN. That was one thing that I knew. So you're not a victim. You can tell your own story. Dare to be different. Go the extra mile. Do things that you want to do. Create your own story. The Lord orders the steps of the righteous. When you're confused, when you're in doubt, there's only one thing to do. Get on your knees and ask God to direct you. Do things out of the box. Where you're working, if there's a better way to do it, do it. Where you're working, if you don't know it, learn it. Go the extra mile. Be kind to people. Be empathic. Keep your relationships. Never break down bridges. Never burn them down. Those bridges will take you somewhere one day, and you never know it. I just want to make you to understand that competence always pays. And I want you to remember, when you are working in experience, create competence. It's not everyone that has experience that is competent. Dare to be different. Become competent. Be the best at what you are doing now. And the sky will indeed be the starting point. Thank you.